Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Storytime with Teacher Andrea. I've chosen another one of our new books from our school library that just arrived yesterday, and it's called The Adventures of Mr. Toad. So this is a part of the Wind in the Willows series, which is a very old British series, and this is sort of a new retelling and a more modern book put together. So, as told by Tom Morehouse, illustrated by David Roberts. So based on Kenneth Graham's The Wind in the Willows, which you're hopefully familiar with, and you might know all the characters. One day, I was sitting outside my home, Toad Hall, and reading a map. Well, that's what I was meant to be doing. Really, I was making up songs about myself, like this one. Ahem. That's me clearing my throat before singing. I'm the magnificent wise Mr. Toad, the finest of creatures you have ever knowed, the handsomest fellow, the cleverest too, the best toad around. Yes, of course, that is true. A cheery voice called, "Hello there," from the river. And who did I see but Ratty and Mole in their boat? "What splendid luck," I cried. "You can come for an outing in my new favorite thing, my shiny yellow caravan." All afternoon we rolled down green country lanes, and that evening I delighted Mole and Ratty with my wonderful songs. But we had barely set off the next day when, poop, poop, a motor car roared past and barged our caravan into a ditch. "You scoundrels!" shouted Ratty, jumping up and down. But all I heard was the beautiful sound of the car's horn. Boop, boop. And now I was done with silly caravans. I wanted a car, a real one. Ahem. I'm the magnificent wise Mr. Toad, the finest of drivers around on the road. My goggles and gloves make me look rather dashing, but I'm never quite sure why my cars keep on crashing. Ratty, Mole, and Badger told me to stop buying cars. "Take those ridiculous things off him," Badger ordered, and Ratty sat on me while Mole took away my goggles and driving gloves. Now off to his room, and he can stay there until he stops this nonsense. But they couldn't stop me driving in my bedroom. And when I was bored, I got dressed, tied my sheets together, and sneaked out of the window. Ahem. I am the cunning and bold Mr. Toad, the best escape artist the world ever knowed. I outwitted old Badger and Ratty and Mole, and now I'm about to go out for a stroll. In the town, I spied a big, beautiful motor car, and nobody was nearby. Well, looking can't hurt, I thought. But somehow I found both my hands on the steering wheel. I wonder if this sort of car starts easily. Uh-oh. What do you think he's going to do? Oh, it does! Ahem. I'm the incredibly swift Mr. Toad, the speediest creature you ever have knowed. I'm Toad at my highest, I'm Toad on a roll, going faster and faster and losing control until crash! The car was a wreck. It was towed away, and I was thrown into prison. Do you notice how they spelled toad? Sniff. I'm the forlorn and alone Mr. Toad. I'm the sorriest creature you have ever knowed. Oh, intelligent Ratty and sensible Mole, and Badger, you wonderful, faithful old soul. I wish I had heeded your words when I could, but now it's too late, and I'm locked up for good. The jailer's kind daughter took pity on me and brought me some clothes. Disguised as a washerwoman, I walked right out of the prison. I caught a fast train and escaped down the tracks. This Mr. Toad. Then I rode a gray horse all the way home to my friends. Ahem. I'm the magnificent daredevil Toad, the most adventurous creature you have ever known. I escaped from the prison, and now I am free. What a wonderful feeling it is to be me. But back home, Ratty Mole and Badger gave me solemn looks and told me their terrible news. While I was away, the Stoats and Weasels from Wildwood took Toad Hall, and they've locked it up tight and are guarding the gates. Sniff. Oh, what a miserable, unhappy Toad. The Wildwooder Weasels have taken my home. I've been such a fool and I've lost all my hope. Now my lovely Toad Hall is filled right up with Stoats. These are Stoats. Cheer up, Toady. I'll tell you a great secret, said Badger. There's an underground passage that leads up to Toad Hall. We'll sneak in together and sort those Wildwooders out. So that night, armed to the teeth, we crept up the tunnel. Ahem, singing very quietly in case the weasels hear me. I'm the courageous and brave Mr. Toad. I'm a little bit scared, but I'm sure that won't show. So they're burrowing in underground. We burst into Toad Hall, brandishing our weapons, with Badger's stout cudgel, and Mole's awful war cries, and Ratty's grim face, and my blood-curdling toad whoops. We scared the pesky Stoats and Weasels right out of my house. Hooray! I held a big banquet to celebrate, inviting the best animals from all around. My guests told me how clever I was to defeat the Wildwooders. Sing us a song, Toady, they cried. But I have learned my lesson. I won't sing prideful songs about myself anymore. Well, maybe just one. Ahem. I'm the happiest, luckiest Toad, with the 3 best of friends that I ever have knowed. We live by the river and laugh in the sun. And now with this song, my adventures are done. Do you believe it? I'm not sure if I do. But that's the end of the story. Mr. Toad from The Wind in the Willows loves his adventures. So that's a really neat new take on an old story. And as you can see, they tell us there are 4 reasons why you'll love this book. 1, Mole, the sweet one. 2, Ratty, the jolly one. 3, Badger, the slightly scary one. And 4, and me, Toad, the brave, talented, clever, daring, modest, handsome one. Especially when I'm wearing a dress. Modest. Not sure about that. I hope you enjoyed that book, and I hope you're getting lots of reading in, even during the holidays. And I will try to upload a couple more stories so you have lots to enjoy over the school break. Salam alaikum. Bye.